The world's greatest monuments aren't built of stone or steel. They're built of choices. Your choices. And right now, you're constructing a masterpiece more intricate than the pyramids, more enduring than the Taj Mahal. But here's the catch. You can't see it. At least, not with your physical eyes. In this video, we're going to reveal the hidden architecture of your life and show you why your integrity is the cornerstone of everything you'll ever build. Prepare to see yourself in a whole new light. Picture a structure more intricate than the most elaborate cathedral, more enduring than the Great Pyramid of Giza. This monument isn't built of marble or granite, but of something far more powerful: your choices. Every decision you make, every action you take, adds another brick to this invisible edifice. This is your inner temple, a sanctuary of the self that's constantly under construction. It's not just a metaphor, it's the very essence of who you are. Each day, you're laying new foundations, erecting pillars, and carving intricate designs into its walls. But here's the fascinating paradox. While this structure shapes every aspect of your life, it remains invisible to the naked eye. The impact of this unseen monument is profound and far-reaching. It influences your relationships, your career, your health, and even your perception of the world around you. Yet, because we can't see it, we often underestimate its importance. We focus on the tangible aspects of our lives, forgetting that it's this invisible architecture that truly defines us. Consider how a single choice, seemingly insignificant in the moment, can ripple through time. A decision to wake up early might lead to a more productive day. Choosing kindness in a difficult situation could transform a relationship. These small choices accumulate, gradually shaping your character like water carving a canyon. Science offers us a fascinating glimpse into this process. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections, shows us that every choice we make literally rewires our brains. Each time you make a decision aligned with your values, you strengthen those neural pathways, making it easier to make similar choices in the future. This ties directly into habit formation. Research shows that habits, once formed, become automatic, requiring little conscious effort. It's as if you're installing an autopilot system in your inner temple, guiding your actions even when you're not actively thinking about them. But what's the blueprint for this inner sanctuary? How do we ensure we're building something beautiful and enduring, rather than a rickety structure that could collapse at any moment? The answer lies in understanding the fundamental principles that guide its construction. As we explore further, you'll discover that there's a master key to unlocking the full potential of your inner temple. It's a quality that acts as both the foundation and the capstone, influencing every aspect of your personal architecture. This quality is integrity. It's the bedrock upon which all else is built, the force that aligns your actions with your deepest values. Integrity isn't just about being honest or keeping promises. It's about being whole, undivided, true to yourself in every moment. In the sections that follow, we'll examine how integrity shapes the various elements of your inner temple. We'll explore the building blocks that form its structure, starting with the cornerstone of character. This journey will reveal not just how to construct a more resilient inner world, but how to live a life of purpose, authenticity, and profound impact. Are you ready to become the master architect of your own life? Let's begin by examining the first crucial element in the construction of your inner sanctuary, the cornerstone that sets the direction for everything that follows. What if I told you that a single quality could transform your entire life, shaping every decision and relationship? This cornerstone of character isn't just a lofty ideal. It's a practical force that can revolutionize your reality. But in a world that often rewards compromise, can you guess what this elusive quality might be? The answer is integrity. It's the bedrock upon which all other aspects of character are built, the North Star that guides us through life's most challenging moments. Integrity isn't simply about being honest or keeping promises. It's about maintaining a state of wholeness, where your thoughts, words, and actions are in perfect alignment. But here's the rub. Maintaining integrity in a world that often celebrates shortcuts and quick wins is no small feat. Every day, we're faced with decisions that test our resolve. Do we speak up when we witness injustice, even if it might cost us? Do we honor our commitments, even when it's inconvenient? These are the moments that define us, the crucibles in which our character is forged, consider the impact of integrity in various domains of life. In relationships, it's the foundation of trust. When your partner knows that your words and actions are in sync, it creates a sense of safety and deepens your connection. In the workplace, integrity is the currency of respect. Leaders who consistently demonstrate this quality inspire their teams and create cultures of excellence. But the power of integrity extends far beyond our external world. Research reveals a profound link between integrity and personal well-being. Studies show that individuals who maintain their integrity, even in challenging situations, often experience better long-term outcomes. They report higher levels of life satisfaction, improved mental health, and stronger, more resilient relationships. This alignment between our inner values and outer actions isn't just psychologically beneficial. It's neurologically rewarding. When we act in accordance with our deepest principles, it activates the brain's reward centers, reinforcing the behavior and creating a positive feedback loop. It's as if our very biology is designed to celebrate integrity. The Masonic tradition offers a powerful allegory that illustrates this concept. The story of the builder portrays the struggle to maintain integrity amidst external pressures, highlighting it as a vital component of self-mastery and personal growth. Like the builder, we're each tasked with constructing our inner temple, brick by brick, choice by choice. That as we delve deeper into the architecture of character, you'll discover how integrity shapes every aspect of your inner world. It's not just about avoiding wrongdoing. It's about actively choosing what's right, even when no one is watching. It's about being true to yourself in every moment, allowing your actions to flow naturally from your deepest held values. This alignment creates a profound sense of inner harmony. When your thoughts, words, and deeds are in sync, you experience a clarity of purpose that can cut through life's most perplexing dilemmas. It's as if you found the master key that unlocks your full potential. But here's where our journey truly begins to get interesting. As we explore further, you'll see how integrity isn't just a personal virtue. It's a transformative force that ripples out into the world around you. It has the power to inspire others, to change organizations, and even to shift societal norms. Are you ready to harness this hidden power? To discover how consistent ethical behavior can reshape not just your inner world, but the very fabric of reality around you? Let's venture deeper into the invisible architecture of integrity and uncover its true potential to transform your life. Integrity shapes our inner world. But what happens when we project that inner alignment outward? Imagine a pebble dropped in a still pond. The ripples extend far beyond the point of impact. This is the power of authenticity, and its effects might surprise you. Authenticity is more than just being true to yourself. It's a force that radiates outward, touching everything and everyone around you. When you choose to live authentically, you create a ripple effect that can transform your environment in profound ways. But here's the challenge. In a world that often demands conformity, choosing authenticity can feel like swimming against the current. It's far easier to blend in, to nod along with the crowd, to keep your true thoughts and feelings hidden behind a mask of agreeability. Yet this path of least resistance comes at a cost to your relationships, your influence, and ultimately, your own sense of self. Science offers compelling evidence for the power of authenticity. Studies show that individuals who consistently express their true selves enjoy deeper, more satisfying relationships. They're seen as more trustworthy and likable, even when their authentic expression goes against social norms. This isn't just about being liked. It's about creating genuine connections that stand the test of time, but the impact of authenticity extends far beyond personal relationships. In the workplace, authentic leaders have been shown to inspire higher levels of engagement, creativity, and performance from their teams. They create environments where people feel safe to be themselves, leading to more innovation and better problem-solving. Consider the case of Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft. When he took the helm in 2014, he brought a new level of authenticity to the role, openly sharing his personal struggles and vulnerabilities. This shift in leadership style transformed the company culture, leading to increased collaboration, a more empathetic approach to product development, and ultimately, a dramatic turnaround in the company's fortunes. Or take the example of Brené Brown, whose authentic exploration of vulnerability and shame resonated so deeply that it catapulted her from obscure researcher to global thought leader. By courageously sharing her own experiences and insights, she created a movement that has helped millions embrace their authentic selves. These examples hint at the true scope of authenticity's impact. It's not just about personal well-being or even organizational success. Authenticity has the power to spark social movements, to challenge outdated norms, and to reshape our collective understanding of what it means to be human. As we explore further, you'll discover how authenticity becomes a catalyst for positive change on every level, from individual relationships to global paradigms. It's a force that can transform not just your life, but the very fabric of society. But here's where our journey takes an intriguing turn. As powerful as authenticity is, it's just one piece of a larger puzzle. There's a hidden language at play in our personal growth journey, a symbolic realm that shapes our experiences in ways we often overlook. Think about the last dream you remember. Now imagine if every moment of your waking life held just as much symbolic meaning. The truth is, it does. Your daily experiences are rich with personal mythology, waiting to be deciphered. But there's a catch. Without the right decoder, these symbols remain frustratingly out of reach. Our lives are filled with symbols we often overlook. The path you take to work, the unexpected call from an old friend, even the way you organize your living space. All of these seemingly mundane aspects of life carry deeper meanings. They're part of your personal symbolic language, a unique dialect that speaks to your innermost self. But here's where things get interesting. Most of us are living on the surface, skimming over these profound messages hidden in plain sight. We're so caught up in the daily grind that we miss the whispers of wisdom echoing through our experiences. It's like walking through an ancient library, filled with priceless knowledge, but never bothering to open a single book. What if I told you that the recurring number you keep seeing isn't just coincidence? Or that the persistent dream about falling might be more than just a random firing of neurons? These are the symbols of your personal mythology, the building blocks of a story that's uniquely yours. Consider this. You find yourself consistently drawn to bodies of water, feeling a sense of peace and renewal whenever you're near the ocean or a lake. On the surface, it might seem like a simple preference, but dig deeper, and you might discover that water symbolizes emotional depth, purification, or the unconscious mind in your personal mythology. Suddenly, your affinity for water becomes a key to understanding your emotional landscape and spiritual journey. Psychology offers fascinating insights into the power of personal symbolism. Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, believed that symbols are the language of the unconscious mind. He argued that by decoding these symbols, we can access deeper levels of self-awareness and personal growth. It's like having a conversation with the wisest part of yourself, the part that sees beyond the limitations of your conscious mind. But here's the real question. How do you start decoding this symbolic language? What's the key that unlocks this hidden realm of meaning? As we explore further, you'll discover that the answer lies closer than you might think. It's a quality you already possess, one that, when fully embraced, can transform your understanding of yourself and the world around you. Are you ready to see your life through new eyes? To uncover the profound meanings hidden in your everyday experiences? The journey of self-mastery begins with recognizing the symbols that surround you. And as we venture deeper into this symbolic landscape, you'll find that integrity isn't just a moral compass. It's the decoder ring for your personal mythology. In the next part of our journey, we'll explore the first major symbol in this quest for self-mastery. It's a powerful metaphor that has guided seekers for centuries, one that holds the key to personal transformation. Are you prepared to step into the crucible of your own potential? Have you ever wondered why some people seem to grow stronger in the face of adversity, while others crumble? The answer lies in an unexpected place, a vessel of transformation that's been hiding in plain sight. Let's uncover the secret of the crucible, and how it can turn your greatest challenges into your most powerful assets. The crucible, in its physical form, is a container used to melt and transform metals under extreme heat. But in the journey of personal growth, it represents something far more profound. It's the intense challenges and trials we face that have the potential to reshape our very essence. Think about the most difficult periods of your life, the moments when you felt pushed to your limits, when the pressure seemed unbearable. These are your crucibles. They're not just obstacles to overcome. They're opportunities for profound transformation, but here's the paradox. While these trials can be incredibly uncomfortable, even painful, they hold within them the seeds of extraordinary growth. It's like the intense pressure that turns coal into diamonds. The discomfort you feel is the friction of personal evolution. Science backs up this ancient wisdom. Research on post-traumatic growth shows that individuals who face significant adversity often report increased personal strength, improved relationships, and a greater appreciation for life. It's as if the crucible of challenge burns away the non-essential, revealing our true strength and resilience. The impact of these transformative experiences isn't just psychological, it's neurological. Studies have shown that facing challenges can lead to changes in brain structure and function, particularly in areas associated with emotional regulation and resilience. Your brain is literally rewiring itself, becoming more adaptable and robust with each trial you face. History is filled with examples of individuals who were forged in the crucibles of adversity. Consider Nelson Mandela, who emerged from 27 years of imprisonment not bitter, but with a profound vision of reconciliation that transformed a nation. Or Viktor Frankl, who found meaning and purpose in the unimaginable crucible of a concentration camp, going on to develop a revolutionary approach to psychotherapy. These examples aren't meant to glorify suffering, but to illustrate the transformative potential hidden within our greatest challenges. The question isn't whether you'll face crucibles in your life. You will. The real question is how you'll approach them. This is where integrity becomes your most powerful ally. When you maintain your core values and principles in the face of adversity, you emerge from the crucible not just intact, but stronger. Integrity acts as a stabilizing force, allowing you to bend without breaking, to adapt without losing your essential self. Imagine approaching each challenge not as a burden, but as an opportunity for growth. What if you could see the crucibles in your life as sacred spaces of transformation? This shift in perspective doesn't make the trials easier, but it imbues them with meaning and purpose. We all think we know ourselves, but do we really? Imagine looking into a mirror that shows not just your face, but the depths of your soul. This mirror exists, and it's more accessible than you might think. But be warned, what it reveals might challenge everything you believe about yourself. The mirror, in all its unforgiving clarity, stands as a powerful symbol of self-reflection and brutal honesty. It's a tool that can illuminate our deepest truths, but only if we have the courage to truly look. Yet, seeing ourselves as we truly are is no simple task. Our minds are masters of illusion, creating distortions that can warp our self-image like a funhouse mirror. Think about the last time you received feedback that surprised you. Perhaps a friend pointed out a habit you weren't aware of, or a colleague praised a skill you'd always taken for granted. These moments reveal the gap between how we see ourselves and how others perceive us. It's in this gap that the real work of self-discovery begins. Psychology offers fascinating insights into this phenomenon. The Dunning-Kruger effect, for instance, shows how we tend to overestimate our abilities in areas where we lack competence. It's as if our minds create a protective bubble, shielding us from the discomfort of acknowledging our limitations. But this very protection can become a prison, keeping us trapped in a state of stagnation. How do we break free from these distortions? The answer lies in embracing multiple perspectives. Feedback from others acts as additional mirrors, offering angles we can't see on our own. It's like assembling a 360-degree view of ourselves, piecing together a more complete picture from various reflections. But here's where it gets truly interesting. Research shows that individuals who regularly engage in self-reflection and seek honest feedback are more likely to achieve their goals and maintain a sense of purpose. It's as if the act of facing ourselves honestly unlocks hidden reservoirs of potential. Leaders who exhibit high levels of self-awareness have been found to be more effective in their roles. They can better understand and manage their own emotions and those of their team members, creating environments of trust and collaboration. This ripple effect of self-awareness extends far beyond the individual, shaping the very fabric of our relationships and communities. Yet, the journey of self-reflection isn't always comfortable. It often requires confronting aspects of ourselves that we'd rather ignore, facing truths that might shake our very foundations. But it's in this discomfort that true growth occurs. Like a muscle that grows stronger through resistance, Our character develops through the challenges of honest self-examination, that as we stand before the unforgiving mirror of self-reflection. You might wonder how to ensure your view remains clear and undistorted. What if I told you there's a force that acts like a cleanser, wiping away the smudges and distortions that cloud our self-image? This force is integrity. When we commit to living with integrity, aligning our actions with our deepest values, we create a clarity that extends to our self-perception. It's as if we're constantly polishing the mirror, ensuring that what we see reflects our truest selves. That as we move forward in our journey of self-discovery, we'll explore another crucial symbol, the foundation upon which all else is built. What if I told you that beneath the shifting sands of daily life, there lies a bedrock so solid, so unyielding, that it can withstand the fiercest storms of fate? This isn't just poetic imagery. It's the very foundation upon which great lives are built. We're talking about principles, the cornerstone of character that separates those who bend with every breeze from those who stand firm in the face of hurricanes. Imagine for a moment two individuals facing the same ethical dilemma. One wavers, unsure of the right path, their decisions swaying with each new perspective or potential consequence. The other responds with unwavering certainty, their choice clear and immediate. What's the difference between them? It's not intelligence or experience. It's the presence of a strong moral foundation, a set of principles that act as an internal compass. But here's where it gets interesting. In a world that often celebrates flexibility and situational ethics, the idea of rigid principles might seem outdated. Yet, research paints a different picture. Studies show that individuals with a strong moral foundation experience better mental health outcomes, including lower levels of anxiety and depression. It's as if these principles act as an anchor, providing stability in the turbulent seas of life. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about functioning at a higher level. Neurological studies reveal that decision-making based on principles activates different brain regions compared to situational decision-making. When we make choices aligned with our core values, it's linked to more stable emotional responses and greater cognitive clarity. It's as if our brains are wired to reward principled living. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great in theory, but what about the real world? Surely principles crumble under enough pressure. Let's look at history for our answer. Consider figures like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. In the face of overwhelming opposition, violence, and the temptation to compromise, they held fast to their principles of nonviolence and justice. Their unwavering stance didn't just change their own lives. It transformed entire societies. But principles aren't just for world-changing leaders. They're the silent force that shapes communities and builds trust in everyday interactions. Research shows that living by principles rather than situational ethics can lead to greater social cohesion. When people know they can count on you to act consistently, regardless of circumstances, it creates a foundation of trust that strengthens all your relationships. That is, how do we build this unyielding foundation? It starts with identifying your core values, those non-negotiable truths that define who you are. But here's the crucial part. It's not enough to just know your principles. You must live them, day in and day out, especially when it's difficult. Each time you choose your principles over expedience, you're adding another layer of strength to your foundation. Yet principles alone aren't enough. They need something to bind them together, to transform them from a collection of noble ideas into an unshakable base. That binding agent is integrity. Integrity is the mortar that fills the gaps between your principles, creating a unified whole that can withstand any pressure. Imagine standing at a crossroads, faced with a decision that could alter the course of your life. External voices clamor for attention, each offering a different path. But there's another voice, quieter yet more insistent, pointing in a direction that feels right. This is your inner compass. But can you trust it? And more importantly, how can you learn to hear it more clearly? In the labyrinth of modern ethics, where right and wrong often blur into shades of gray, navigating complex moral landscapes has become increasingly challenging. We're bombarded daily with conflicting information, societal pressures, and personal desires. It's like trying to find true north in a world where magnetic fields constantly shift. The conflict between our internal guidance and external pressures is at the heart of many ethical dilemmas. On one side, we have our intuition, our deeply held values, and our sense of right and wrong. On the other, we face the expectations of others, the allure of short-term gains, and the fear of going against the crowd. This tension can leave us feeling torn, unsure of which way to turn. Neuroscience offers fascinating insights into this struggle. Research has shown that moral decision-making involves multiple areas of the brain, including regions associated with emotion, reason, and social cognition. When we face an ethical dilemma, our brains engage in a complex dance of neural activity, weighing various factors and potential outcomes. One study found that individuals with damage to the ventromedial prefrontal cortex, an area involved in emotional processing, were more likely to make utilitarian decisions in moral dilemmas, choosing the greater good even if it meant causing direct harm. This suggests that our emotions play a crucial role in moral navigation. Tempering cold logic with compassion and human connection, consider the case of a whistleblower faced with exposing corporate wrongdoing. On one hand, their inner compass points towards truth and justice. On the other, they face potential job loss, legal repercussions, and social ostracism. The resolution of such dilemmas often comes down to how strongly one's inner compass is calibrated to their core values. Another example is the ethical challenges faced by healthcare workers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Many had to navigate complex decisions about resource allocation, balancing individual patient care with broader public health concerns. Those with a well-calibrated inner compass were better equipped to make difficult choices while maintaining their integrity and mental well-being. As we explore these ethical labyrinths, you might wonder, how can we strengthen our inner compass? How do we ensure it points us in the right direction when the path ahead is shrouded in fog? The answer lies in a quality we've encountered before: integrity. Integrity acts as the true north for our inner compass. It's the force that aligns our actions with our deepest values, ensuring consistency between what we believe and what we do. When we cultivate integrity, we create a powerful internal guidance system that can navigate even the most complex ethical terrains. There's a hidden force shaping your life, more powerful than any external influence. It's not fate, luck, or circumstance. It's you. The conscious architect within holds the key to unlocking unprecedented personal growth. But here's the catch. Most people never realize they possess this extraordinary ability. Are you ready to see the world through new eyes? Imagine for a moment that you're not just living your life, but actively creating it. Every choice, every action, every thought is a brushstroke on the canvas of your existence. This is the essence of being the conscious architect of your own life and character. It's a role that comes with immense responsibility, but also unparalleled power. The concept of conscious self-creation isn't just philosophical musing. It's a transformative approach to living that can radically alter your reality. When you embrace your role as the architect of your life, you step into a realm of possibility that most never experience. You're no longer a passive observer of your circumstances, but an active creator of your destiny. But here's where it gets interesting. This power of conscious creation stands in stark contrast to the way most people live. Many drift through life, reacting to circumstances rather than shaping them. They allow external forces, societal expectations, other people's opinions, or their own limiting beliefs to dictate the course of their lives. It's like being a leaf in the wind, blown about by forces beyond your control. Psychology offers compelling evidence for the power of conscious self-creation. Self-determination theory, a cornerstone of modern psychology, posits that humans have innate psychological needs for competence, autonomy, and relatedness. Research shows that fulfilling these needs leads to greater life satisfaction and personal growth. When you take charge of your life as its conscious architect, you're directly addressing these fundamental needs. Consider the profound impact this approach can have. A study published in the Journal of Happiness Studies found that individuals who perceive a high level of control over their lives report significantly better mental health outcomes. They experience lower levels of anxiety and depression, and higher levels of life satisfaction. It's as if taking the reins of your life not only shapes your external reality, but transforms your inner world as well. History is filled with examples of individuals who radically transformed their lives through conscious choice. Take Oprah Winfrey, who rose from a challenging childhood to become one of the most influential media figures in the world. Or consider Stephen Hawking, who refused to let his physical limitations define his life, instead choosing to pursue groundbreaking work in theoretical physics. These individuals didn't just accept their circumstances. They consciously shape their reality through intentional choices and actions. As we explore this concept further, you might wonder, what's the blueprint for this kind of intentional living? How can you harness the power of conscious self-creation in your own life? The answer lies in a quality we've encountered before: integrity. It's the guiding principle of the conscious architect, the force that aligns your actions with your deepest values and aspirations. But our journey doesn't end here. Imagine holding a chisel to your very soul. Each strike chips away at imperfections, revealing glimpses of your truest self. It's a journey of transformation that many fear to begin. What hidden potential lies dormant within you, waiting to be uncovered by the steady hand of self-improvement? The chisel, a humble tool in the hands of a master, becomes an instrument of profound change when applied to the self. Just as a sculptor carefully removes excess stone to reveal the beauty hidden within, we too can refine our character through intentional effort. This process isn't about becoming someone else. It's about uncovering the extraordinary person you've always been beneath the layers of habit, fear, and societal expectation. But let's be honest, this work of self-refinement isn't always comfortable. There's a tension between the discomfort of growth and the allure of complacency. It's far easier to remain as we are, to avoid the sting of the chisel. Yet in that stagnation lies a greater pain, the ache of unfulfilled potential, of a life half-lived. Psychology offers fascinating insights into the mechanisms of personal growth. Research shows that our brains are remarkably plastic, capable of forming new neural pathways throughout our lives. Each time we engage in deliberate self-improvement, we're literally rewiring our brains, creating new patterns of thought and behavior. It's as if the chisel of refinement is carving new pathways in the very structure of our minds. The process of self-reflection plays a crucial role in this refinement. It's the mirror that shows us where the chisel needs to be applied. Without honest self-assessment, we risk chipping away at the wrong places, or worse, reinforcing our flaws rather than refining them. Feedback from others acts as another set of eyes, helping us see blind spots we might miss on our own. What if I told you that there's a way to wield this chisel with precision and purpose? That you could approach your own refinement not as a haphazard process, but as a deliberate act of self-creation? The key lies in understanding that every choice, every action, every thought is a strike of the chisel. With each decision aligned with your highest values, you're sculpting yourself into the person you aspire to be. This is where integrity becomes your greatest ally. It's the steady hand that guides the chisel, ensuring that each strike is true. When you live with integrity, your actions naturally align with your deepest values. It's as if the sculpture of your ideal self already exists within you. And integrity is the force that helps you chip away everything that isn't that ideal. As we stand poised to explore the next symbol in our journey of self-mastery, consider this: the work of personal refinement is never truly finished. Like a master sculptor who sees new possibilities in a finished piece, we too can continue to refine and improve ourselves throughout our lives. Just as a master blacksmith knows the precise moment to strike, life seems to have an uncanny knack for turning up the heat when we least expect it. But what if these moments of intense pressure aren't random at all? What if they're part of a greater design, carefully calibrated to unlock your hidden potential? The forge, a crucible of transformation, stands as a powerful symbol for life's most challenging moments. It's in this metaphorical furnace that our character is tested, shaped, and ultimately strengthened. Think of the times you've faced adversity, the loss of a job, a personal failure, or a global crisis. These aren't just obstacles to overcome. They're the very fires that temper the steel of your spirit. But let's be honest, the forging process is far from comfortable. The heat of challenge, the pressure of adversity, the repeated blows of setback, they all combine to create an experience that can feel overwhelming, even unbearable at times. Yet it's precisely this intensity that holds the key to profound personal transformation. Science offers fascinating insights into this phenomenon. Studies in the field of post-traumatic growth reveal that individuals who face significant adversity often report increased personal strength, improved relationships, and a greater appreciation for life. It's as if the forge of challenge burns away the non-essential, revealing a core of resilience and wisdom that might otherwise remain hidden. Consider the historical examples of individuals forged by difficult circumstances. Nelson Mandela emerged from 27 years of imprisonment not embittered, but with a vision of reconciliation that transformed a nation. Viktor Frankl found meaning and purpose in the unimaginable crucible of a concentration camp, going on to develop a revolutionary approach to psychotherapy. These aren't just inspiring stories. They're testaments to the transformative power of life's forge. You might be wondering, how can we approach life's forges productively? How do we ensure that we emerge stronger rather than broken? The key lies in understanding that while we can't always control the intensity of the fire, we can control how we respond to it. It's about seeing each challenge not as a burden, but as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. This is where integrity becomes your most powerful ally. When you maintain your core values and principles in the face of adversity, you create a stable core that can withstand even the most intense heat. Integrity acts as a guiding force, ensuring that what emerges from the forge is not just stronger, but truer to your authentic self. Imagine approaching each challenge in your life with this perspective. What if you could see the difficulties you face not as punishments or random misfortunes, but as carefully calibrated experiences designed to forge you into your best self? This shift in perspective doesn't make the trials easier, but it imbues them with meaning and purpose. What if I told you that the most successful people in history didn't follow their life plans to the letter? In fact, their greatest achievements often came from veering off course. This paradox holds a powerful secret about personal growth and adaptability that might just change how you approach your own life's journey. Imagine your life as a living, breathing blueprint. It's not a static document etched in stone, but a dynamic plan that evolves with each experience, each triumph, and each setback. This is the essence of a personal blueprint, a vision for your life that's both ambitious and flexible, capable of adapting to the ever-changing landscape of reality. But here's where it gets interesting. There's a delicate balance between having a clear vision and remaining open to life's unexpected twists and turns. Stick too rigidly to your plan, and you might miss out on incredible opportunities that don't fit your preconceived notions. On the other hand, without any guiding vision, you risk drifting aimlessly, at the mercy of circumstance. Psychology offers fascinating insights into this dance between planning and adaptability. Research shows that setting clear, challenging goals can significantly increase motivation and achievement. However, studies also reveal that excessive rigidity in goal pursuit can lead to increased stress and decreased life satisfaction. The sweet spot lies in what psychologists call flexible goal adjustment, the ability to modify your goals in response to changing circumstances without losing sight of your core values and aspirations. Consider the case of Steve Jobs, whose journey took him far from his original life plan. Dropping out of college, experimenting with calligraphy, and even being ousted from his own company were all deviations from any conventional blueprint for success. Yet these apparent setbacks and detours ultimately shaped his unique vision and led to revolutionary innovations. Jobs' ability to adapt his personal blueprint while staying true to his core passion for technology and design was key to his extraordinary impact. Or take J.K. Rowling, whose original life plan certainly didn't include becoming a world-famous author. Her journey through poverty, depression, and repeated rejections could have derailed her completely. Instead, these challenges became integral parts of her evolving blueprint, shaping both her personal growth and the themes of her wildly successful Harry Potter series. These stories hint at a profound truth. A truly resilient personal blueprint isn't a rigid roadmap, but a living document that grows and changes with you. It's a vision flexible enough to incorporate new information, adapt to unforeseen challenges, and seize unexpected opportunities. So how do you create such a resilient blueprint for your own life? The answer lies in a quality we've encountered before: integrity. When you live with integrity, aligning your actions with your deepest values, you create a stable core from which you can adapt and grow. Integrity becomes the guiding principle in drafting and revising your life plans, ensuring that even as the details change, the essence of who you are and what you stand for remains constant. As we continue our journey through the architecture of personal growth, we encounter another powerful symbol: the cornerstone. This foundational element will challenge you to examine the very bedrock of your character. Imagine a structure so fundamental, so essential, that without it, everything else crumbles. This isn't just any building block. It's the cornerstone of your character, the bedrock upon which your entire being rests. What if I told you that this cornerstone isn't made of stone or steel, but of something far more powerful and enduring? Your core values are this cornerstone, the immovable center around which your entire life revolves. They're not just abstract concepts or lofty ideals. They're the very essence of who you are, guiding your decisions, shaping your relationships, and defining your purpose. But in a world that's constantly shifting, where societal norms and personal circumstances change at breakneck speed, how do we identify and maintain these core values? The challenge lies in the noise of modern life. We're bombarded with conflicting messages, pulled in countless directions by the expectations of others and the allure of quick fixes. It's easy to lose sight of what truly matters, to let our cornerstone become buried beneath layers of compromise and distraction. Yet, it's precisely in these moments of confusion and change that our core values become most crucial. Research in psychology reveals the profound impact of having clear personal values. Studies show that individuals with a strong sense of their core values experience lower levels of stress, higher life satisfaction, and greater resilience in the face of adversity. It's as if these values act as an internal compass, guiding us through life's storms with a steady hand. Consider the story of Malala Yousafzai, whose unwavering commitment to education for girls stood firm even in the face of violent opposition. Her core value of education wasn't just a belief. It was the cornerstone that gave her the strength to speak out, to risk her life, and ultimately to inspire millions around the world. In the crucible of extreme adversity, her core values didn't waver. They became even more clearly defined. Or take the example of Nelson Mandela, whose core values of justice and equality sustained him through 27 years of imprisonment. These weren't just ideals he held when times were easy. They were the unshakable foundation that allowed him to emerge from decades of confinement not with bitterness, but with a vision of reconciliation that transformed a nation. These stories hint at something profound about the nature of core values. They're not just beliefs we hold when it's convenient. They're the essence of who we are, revealed most clearly in our moments of greatest challenge. But how do we establish such an unshakable cornerstone in our own lives? The answer lies in integrity, not just as a value itself, but as both the process and the result of aligning with our core values. Integrity isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. It's the daily practice of making choices that reflect our deepest truths, even when those choices are difficult or unpopular. With each decision that aligns with our core values, we strengthen our cornerstone, making it more resilient to the winds of change and the pressures of life. As we continue our journey through the architecture of character, we encounter another crucial element, the keystone. This central piece holds everything else in place, much like how integrity binds our various values and actions into a cohesive whole. Have you ever considered the importance of a single stone in an arch? It's not just any stone, but the keystone, the central piece that locks everything else into place. Without it, the entire structure would crumble. In the architecture of your character, integrity is that keystone. It's the element that binds all your values, actions, and beliefs into a cohesive whole. Integrity acts as the linchpin of personal character, the force that ensures your thoughts, words, and deeds align. It's not just about being honest or keeping promises. It's about being whole, undivided, true to yourself in every moment. But what happens when this essential element is weakened or removed? The consequences of compromising integrity ripple through every aspect of life. Relationships crumble as trust erodes. Self-esteem wavers as inner conflict grows. Decision-making becomes clouded by doubt and inconsistency. It's as if the very foundation of your being has been shaken. Psychology offers compelling insights into the role of consistency in mental health and relationships. Studies show that individuals who maintain consistent behavior and values experience lower levels of anxiety and depression. Their relationships tend to be more stable and satisfying. It's as if the human psyche craves the stability that integrity provides. History provides stark examples of how integrity, or its lack, can shape entire societies. Consider the fall of Enron, where a culture of dishonesty led to one of the biggest corporate scandals in history. Thousands lost their jobs and life savings because a few at the top compromised their integrity. On the flip side, leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. changed the course of history through their unwavering commitment to their principles. You might be wondering, how can you strengthen your own keystone of integrity? The answer lies in understanding its nature. Integrity isn't a static quality, but a dynamic force that grows stronger with use. Each time you choose to act in alignment with your values, even when it's difficult, you reinforce your integrity. It's like a muscle that grows stronger with exercise. This reinforcing nature of integrity is its most powerful aspect. Every decision made with integrity makes the next one easier. Every challenge faced with unwavering principles builds resilience for future tests. It's a self-perpetuating cycle of growth and strength that as we continue our journey through the architecture of character, we encounter another crucial element, the supporting pillars. These are the various aspects of life that give structure and stability to our existence. But how do these pillars interact with the keystone of integrity? And how can we ensure they're strong enough to support the weight of our aspirations and challenges? We all think we know ourselves, but do we really? Imagine standing at a crossroads, faced with a decision that could alter the course of your life. External voices clamor for attention, each offering a different path. But there's another voice, quieter yet more insistent, pointing in a direction that feels right. This is your inner compass. But can you trust it? And more importantly, how can you learn to hear it more clearly? In a labyrinth of modern life, where balance often seems like an elusive dream, the concept of supporting pillars offers a powerful framework for understanding and managing our complex existence. These pillars, relationships, work, health, personal growth, and more, aren't just aspects of life. They're the very structures that hold up the temple of our being. Each pillar plays a crucial role, supporting different facets of our lives and contributing to our overall stability and well-being. But here's where it gets interesting. Maintaining these pillars isn't a simple task of equal distribution. Life rarely allows for perfect balance, and the strength required from each pillar can shift dramatically as we navigate different seasons and challenges. The executive climbing the corporate ladder might find their work pillar bearing an enormous weight, while a new parent might see their relationship and health pillars suddenly thrust into the spotlight. Research paints a compelling picture of the impact of this balancing act on our overall well-being. Studies show that individuals who successfully harmonize different life areas report higher levels of life satisfaction, better mental health outcomes, and even improved physical health. It's as if our very biology craves the stability that comes from well-maintained life pillars. Consider the case of Michelle Obama, who famously grappled with balancing her roles as a mother, wife, professional, and eventually, First Lady of the United States. Her journey illustrates the constant recalibration required to maintain strong supporting pillars. In her memoir, she speaks of the challenges and triumphs of this balancing act, offering a powerful example of how one can strive for harmony without expecting perfection. Or take the story of Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, who credits his ability to lead a tech giant to the lessons learned from balancing his career with caring for his son with special needs. This experience strengthened his empathy pillar, profoundly influencing his leadership style and Microsoft's company culture. As we explore these examples, you might wonder, how can we strengthen and align our own life pillars? What's the secret to creating a structure that can withstand the storms of life while remaining flexible enough to adapt to changing circumstances? The answer lies in a quality we've encountered before: integrity. It's the unifying force that aligns and reinforces all pillars. When you live with integrity, your actions naturally align with your deepest values across all areas of life. It's as if integrity acts as a master architect, ensuring that each pillar is not only strong in itself but works in harmony with the others to create a stable, resilient whole. As we stand poised to explore the next symbol in our journey of self-mastery, consider this. The work of aligning and strengthening our life pillars is never truly finished. Like a master builder who continually maintains and improves their structure, we too must remain vigilant and responsive to the changing demands on our life's architecture. Throughout our lives, we encounter countless thresholds, those pivotal moments that mark the transition from one state of being to another. These aren't just physical doorways. but symbolic gateways that usher us into new chapters of our existence. Think of the major milestones in your life: starting school, leaving home, beginning a career, entering a committed relationship. Each of these represents a threshold, a point of no return where we step from the familiar into the unknown. But here's the fascinating paradox of thresholds. While they offer the promise of new beginnings, they also stir up a potent mixture of fear and uncertainty. It's as if our very being recognizes the magnitude of the change ahead, causing us to hesitate at the precipice of transformation. What lies beyond this threshold? Will we be able to handle the challenges that await? These questions can paralyze us, keeping us trapped in the comfort of the known. Even when growth beckons from the other side, psychology offers intriguing insights into how we navigate these major life transitions. Research shows that our brains are hardwired to be cautious of change, triggering a stress response when faced with unfamiliar situations. This explains the anxiety that often accompanies threshold moments. Yet, studies also reveal that individuals who successfully cross these thresholds often experience profound personal growth and increased resilience. Throughout history and across cultures, humans have recognized the profound significance of threshold moments. Ancient rites of passage, from vision quests to coming-of-age ceremonies, were designed to mark these transitions and prepare individuals for the challenges ahead. These rituals weren't just symbolic gestures. They served a crucial psychological purpose, providing a structured framework for navigating life's most significant changes. Consider the tradition of the vision quest, practiced by many Native American tribes. Young individuals would venture into the wilderness alone, fasting and seeking spiritual guidance. This intense experience marked their transition from childhood to adulthood, forcing them to confront their fears and discover inner strength. The threshold wasn't just crossed, it was actively engaged with, transforming the individual in the process. Or take the Jewish tradition of the bar mitzvah, a ceremony that marks a child's transition to spiritual adulthood. This ritual doesn't just celebrate a birthday. It represents a profound threshold crossing, where the individual takes on new responsibilities and is recognized as a full member of the community. These examples hint at a deeper truth about thresholds. They're not just moments to be endured, but opportunities to be embraced. Each threshold we cross has the potential to reshape us, to reveal strengths we never knew we possessed. But how do we cultivate the courage to step boldly across these transformative boundaries? The answer lies in integrity, that unwavering alignment between our values and our actions. When we approach life's thresholds with integrity, we carry with us a sense of inner stability that can weather any storm of change. It's not that integrity eliminates fear or uncertainty. Rather, it provides a solid foundation from which we can face these challenges head-on. Imagine approaching each threshold in your life with this perspective. What if you could see these moments not as intimidating barriers, but as invitations to growth and self-discovery? This shift in mindset doesn't make the crossing easier, but it imbues it with purpose and meaning. What if I told you that the very lens through which you view the world is shaping your reality in ways you've never imagined? As we peer through the window of perception, we'll uncover how our viewpoints can be both our greatest asset and our most limiting constraint. The window stands as a powerful symbol of perspective and insight. It's not just a physical opening in a wall, but a metaphorical frame through which we perceive and interpret the world around us. Our viewpoint, shaped by our experiences, beliefs, and biases, acts as this window, filtering and coloring everything we see and understand. But here's where it gets interesting. While our perspective gives us a unique view of the world, it also imposes limitations. Like a window in a room, our viewpoint only allows us to see a fraction of the whole picture. We become so accustomed to our own perspective that we often forget it's just one of many possible ways to see the world. Psychology offers fascinating insights into how our minds create and maintain these limited perspectives. Cognitive biases, those mental shortcuts our brains use to make sense of the world, play a crucial role in shaping our viewpoint. Consider the confirmation bias, our tendency to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs while ignoring contradictory evidence. This bias acts like a filter on our window of perception, distorting our view of reality to fit our preconceived notions. Another powerful bias is the anchoring effect, where we rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive when making decisions. It's as if our window of perception becomes fixed in one position, making it difficult to consider alternative viewpoints. These biases, among many others, can significantly impact our decision-making and problem-solving abilities, often without us even realizing it. Yet, history is full of examples where a shift in perspective led to groundbreaking innovations and discoveries. Consider the story of Alexander Fleming, who discovered penicillin by looking at a contaminated petri dish from a new angle. Instead of seeing a ruined experiment, he saw the potential for a life-saving antibiotic. Or think about the Wright brothers, who revolutionized aviation by approaching the problem of flight from the perspective of birds rather than existing flying machines. These stories hint at the transformative power of expanding our viewpoint. But how can we open new windows of understanding in our own lives? How do we break free from the limitations of our current perspective and embrace a more expansive view of reality? The key lies in cultivating a quality we've encountered before: integrity. When we approach life with integrity, we create a solid foundation from which we can honestly explore and integrate multiple perspectives. Integrity allows us to hold seemingly contradictory viewpoints in tension, to consider ideas that challenge our beliefs without feeling threatened. Imagine approaching each situation in your life with this openness. What if you could see challenges not just from your own perspective, but from the viewpoints of others involved? How might this expanded vision transform your relationships, your work, your understanding of the world? As we stand poised to explore the next symbol in our journey of self-mastery, consider this: the work of expanding our perspective is never truly finished. Like a builder constantly adding new windows to a structure, we too must remain open to new viewpoints and insights. From windows to bridges, our journey of self-mastery takes an intriguing turn. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly connect their thoughts, words, and actions, while others struggle with inner conflict? The secret lies in a powerful force that not only spans the gaps in our lives but also transforms our very being. The bridge stands as a potent symbol of connection, a structure that overcomes divisions and brings together what was once separate. In the architecture of our character, integrity acts as this bridge, spanning the often vast distances between our words and our actions, our intentions and our results. It's the force that ensures our inner world aligns with our outer reality, creating a seamless flow between who we are and what we do. But let's be honest, these gaps in our lives are all too common. How often have you found yourself saying one thing and doing another, or setting an intention only to fall short in its execution? These disconnects aren't just frustrating. They're symptoms of a deeper misalignment that can erode our sense of self and our relationships with others. Psychology offers fascinating insights into this phenomenon. Cognitive dissonance, that uncomfortable feeling we experience when our beliefs don't match our actions, is at the heart of these inner divides. Our minds crave consistency, and when our behavior contradicts our values or beliefs, it creates a psychological tension that demands resolution. This discomfort can lead us to rationalize our actions, change our beliefs, or ideally, alter our behavior to better align with our values. Consider the story of Daryl Davis, an African-American musician who has spent decades befriending members of the Ku Klux Klan. By building bridges of understanding and compassion, Davis has helped over 200 Klan members leave the organization. His approach demonstrates the transformative power of connection, showing how integrity can span even the widest ideological divides. Think about Malala Yousafzai, who bridged the gap between her beliefs and her actions at great personal risk. Her unwavering commitment to education for girls created a bridge between her words and deeds, so strong that it inspired millions around the world. These examples hint at the profound impact of integrity as both the builder and the material of life's most crucial bridges. But how do we construct such strong bridges in our own lives? The key lies in recognizing that integrity isn't a destination, but a continual process of alignment. Each time we choose to act in accordance with our values, we strengthen the bridge between our inner and outer worlds. It's a practice that requires constant vigilance and the courage to face our own inconsistencies. Imagine approaching each aspect of your life with this bridging mindset. What if you could see the gaps between your intentions and actions not as failures, but as opportunities for growth and integration? This shift in perspective doesn't make the work of alignment any easier, but it imbues it with purpose and meaning. Imagine for a moment a lens so powerful it could focus the scattered beams of your life into a single, brilliant point of purpose. This isn't just any lens. It's the crystalline clarity of focus that transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. What if I told you that this lens already exists within you, waiting to be polished and aligned? The lens stands as a potent symbol of focus and clarity, a tool that concentrates diffuse light into a powerful beam. In the architecture of our lives, clarity of purpose acts as this lens, focusing our efforts and resources with laser-like precision. It's the force that cuts through the noise of daily life, illuminating the path to our most cherished goals. But let's be honest, maintaining this focus in our modern world is no small feat. We're bombarded by a constant stream of notifications, updates, and demands on our attention. Our minds, ever hungry for novelty, flit from one distraction to another like butterflies in a field of flowers. In this cacophony of stimuli, how can we hope to maintain the steady gaze of true focus? Psychology offers fascinating insights into the power of focused attention. Research shows that our brains have limited cognitive resources, and every distraction we entertain diminishes our ability to concentrate on what truly matters. It's as if our mental energy is a finite pool, and each diversion dips into this precious reserve. Yet, when we manage to harness the power of focus, the results can be nothing short of miraculous. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, whose unwavering focus on the problem of electric light led to over 1,000 failed attempts before finally succeeding. Or think about the Apollo program, where the concentrated efforts of thousands of individuals, all focused on a single audacious goal, resulted in humanity's first steps on another world. These examples hint at the transformative power of sustained, focused effort. But how can we develop and maintain this laser-like focus in our own lives? The answer lies in a quality we've encountered before: integrity. When we live with integrity, aligning our actions with our deepest values, we create a clear path for our focus to follow. It's as if integrity acts as the hand that steadies the lens, keeping it aligned with our true purpose. Imagine approaching each day with this level of clarity and focus. What if you could cut through the distractions and zero in on what truly matters to you? This shift in perspective doesn't make the work of maintaining focus any easier, but it imbues it with purpose and meaning. Just as white light contains all colors of the rainbow, your integrity holds within it a multitude of qualities waiting to be discovered. What if understanding the complexity of your character could unlock a level of self-mastery you never thought possible? Let's step into the light of the prism and see what truths it reveals about the nature of your being. The prism stands as a powerful symbol of revelation, splitting a single beam of light into a spectrum of vibrant colors. In the architecture of our character, integrity acts as this prism, revealing the true nature of who we are. It's not just about being honest or keeping promises. It's about allowing the full spectrum of our personality to shine through, unfiltered and undistorted. But here's the challenge: understanding and integrating the different aspects of ourselves is no simple task. We're complex beings with thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that sometimes seem to contradict each other. How can we make sense of these apparent inconsistencies? How do we reconcile the different roles we play and the various facets of our personality? Psychology offers fascinating insights into the structure and development of personality. The concept of the Big Five personality traits: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism suggests that our character is composed of multiple dimensions, each existing on a spectrum. It's as if our personality is a unique blend of colors, with each trait contributing its own hue to the overall picture. Understanding this complexity can be a transformative experience. When we recognize that we're not just one thing, but a beautiful tapestry of traits and tendencies, it opens the door to greater self-acceptance. No longer do we need to force ourselves into a one-dimensional mold. Instead, we can embrace the richness of our multifaceted nature. This self-awareness becomes a powerful tool for growth. By recognizing our various strengths and weaknesses, we can consciously choose which aspects of ourselves to cultivate and which to temper. It's like being the artist of your own character, carefully blending the colors of your personality To create a masterpiece of self, imagine approaching your personal growth with this prism-like perspective. What if you could see your challenges not as flaws to be eliminated, but as opportunities to balance and integrate different aspects of yourself? This shift in viewpoint doesn't make the work of self-improvement any easier, but imbues it with a sense of curiosity and wonder that as we continue to explore the hidden architecture of character, we encounter a powerful truth. Integrity is the force that allows for the harmonious expression of all facets of self. It's not about suppressing parts of who you are, but about aligning them, letting each aspect shine in its proper time and place. Like a master conductor bringing together the diverse instruments of an orchestra, integrity harmonizes the various elements of your character into a beautiful symphony of self. The journey of self-discovery doesn't end here. In the laboratory of life, integrity stands as the most powerful reagent. It's not just about maintaining your principles. It's about unleashing a force that can dramatically accelerate your personal growth. But beware, this catalyst is so potent, it might just change everything you thought you knew about yourself. Integrity acts as a transformative catalyst, speeding up personal growth and change in ways that can be both exhilarating and terrifying. When you align your actions with your deepest values, you create a chain reaction of positive change. It's as if each decision made with integrity becomes a stepping stone, propelling you forward at an unprecedented rate. Yet, this rapid transformation often triggers our deepest fears. The human mind, wired for stability and predictability, can recoil at the prospect of such profound change. We cling to the familiar, even when it no longer serves us, because the unknown seems far more threatening. This resistance to change is a natural protective mechanism, but it can also be our greatest obstacle to growth. Research in psychology sheds light on this complex dance between change and resistance. Studies show that successful personal transformation often hinges on a few key factors: a clear vision of the desired outcome, a strong sense of self-efficacy, and a supportive environment. Integrity plays a crucial role in each of these areas, providing clarity of purpose, building self-trust, and attracting like-minded individuals who support our growth. History offers compelling examples of how integrity can catalyze significant personal and societal changes. Consider the story of Rosa Parks, whose simple act of integrity, refusing to give up her bus seat, sparked a movement that transformed a nation. Or think about Mahatma Gandhi, whose unwavering commitment to nonviolent resistance catalyzed India's independence movement. These individuals didn't just stand by their principles. They became catalysts for change on a massive scale. But you don't need to change the world to harness the catalytic power of integrity. Every day presents opportunities for transformative choices. When you choose honesty in a difficult conversation, when you follow through on a commitment even when it's inconvenient, when you stand up for your values in the face of opposition. These are the moments where integrity becomes a catalyst for personal evolution. Imagine approaching each day with this catalytic mindset. What if you could see every choice, every interaction, as an opportunity to align more closely with your true self? This perspective doesn't make the process of change any less challenging, but it imbues it with purpose and potential. The true power of integrity as a catalyst lies in its consistency. It's not about grand gestures or one-time acts of courage. It's about the steady, day-by-day application of your principles. Each choice made with integrity builds upon the last, creating a compounding effect that can lead to exponential growth. Like a chemical reaction that accelerates as it progresses, the consistent application of integrity can propel you towards your goals at an ever-increasing rate. Imagine for a moment that your life is a grand tapestry, woven from the threads of every choice you've ever made. This tapestry doesn't just represent your journey. It's the legacy you'll leave behind, a testament to who you were and what you stood for. But here's the fascinating paradox. While we're all creating this legacy with every action, few of us consciously shape it. In our fast-paced world, where instant gratification often trumps long-term vision, the challenge of building a meaningful legacy can seem daunting. We're caught in a whirlwind of deadlines, notifications, and fleeting trends, making it easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. Yet, deep within us lies an innate need for meaning, a desire to create something that outlasts our physical existence. Psychology offers intriguing insights into this human need for lasting impact. Studies show that individuals who feel they're contributing to something greater than themselves experience higher levels of life satisfaction and resilience. It's as if our psyche is wired to seek immortality. Through the mark we leave on the world, history provides us with powerful examples of individuals whose integrity created enduring legacies. Consider Nelson Mandela, whose unwavering commitment to justice and reconciliation transformed a nation and inspired millions worldwide. Or Marie Curie, whose dedication to scientific truth and discovery paved the way for modern cancer treatments. These figures didn't just achieve greatness in their lifetimes. They created ripples that continue to shape our world long after they're gone. But you don't need to be a world leader or pioneering scientist to leave a meaningful legacy. Every day, in countless small ways, you're writing your own story. The question is, what tale are you telling? Are your actions aligned with the values you hold dear? Are you building a legacy you'd be proud for others to inherit? Imagine if you could see the full impact of your choices, stretching far into the future. How might that change the decisions you make today? This isn't about grand gestures or monumental achievements. It's about the accumulation of small, consistent actions that, over time, create a powerful narrative of who you are and what you stand for. The key to shaping this narrative lies in a quality we've explored throughout our journey: integrity. When you live with integrity, aligning your actions with your deepest values, you create a legacy that truly reflects your authentic self. It's not about perfection or never making mistakes. Rather, it's about consistently striving to be true to your principles. Even when it's difficult, integrity acts as both the chisel and the polish of your legacy. It shapes your actions in the present and burnishes your reputation over time. Like a master craftsman carefully honing their life's work, you have the power to refine and shape the legacy you'll leave behind. As we conclude our journey through the hidden architecture of character, we've uncovered a profound truth. Integrity is the master key that unlocks every door in your inner temple. From the cornerstone of values to the keystone of authenticity, each symbol we've explored reveals a different facet of this transformative force. But remember, building integrity isn't a destination. It's a lifelong process of alignment and growth. Each choice, each action, is another brick in the edifice of your character. The temple you're constructing isn't just for you. It's a legacy that will inspire and guide others long after you're gone. Now, I challenge you to look within. What does your inner temple look like? Are its foundations strong? Its pillars aligned? Take a moment to reflect on the symbols we've explored and consider how they manifest in your life. The power to shape your character lies in your hands. Will you commit to the conscious construction of your inner world? The true essence of Masonic wisdom is found here in this understanding that each of us holds the power, the responsibility, and the privilege to shape our own lives with purpose. Let this wisdom guide you as you continue to build, refine, and polish the masterpiece that is you.